not letting anything throw you off kilter. So welcome to my kitchen tonight. I want to hear from you what you'd like to learn, what you'd like to see. We're going to be making this interactive all the way through. John, are you ready to go over here and start cooking?
I
Of
think so.
course, you guys, as a lifestyle medicine coach, I'm talking about how to make this not just about a diet, but a lifestyle and how to get through Thanksgiving effortlessly. We've got great, easy recipes and I don't know what is holding us back other than starting up these engines. Does anybody have any questions? And welcome and thank you and all of those awesome things tonight.
Yeah.
Are you
Give me
ready?
a high fiber.
Man, we've had a week.
Yeah.
We drop a podcast. We're over here crushing it, and we're pulling off this awesome Thanksgiving dinner and talk about prepping and talk about getting this stuff ready. We're gonna walk you guys all the way through it. Where's everybody from tonight? Could you please put in the chat box where you're from and what brings you here tonight? It means so much that you guys are here. I want to make sure that we, like I said, get you guys pumped.
It's like full on
Oh,
Thanksgiving scent in the air. It's just amazing.
it is. So let's get
Rosemary
started.
and thyme and everything delicious. What are you doing
So
here?
the first thing we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to start making this cornbread stuffing. We have to bake it a little bit. Hold on. Everybody's coming in here. I feel like, look at
Yeah,
this.
it's awesome.
I'm ready to start the ripcord, and everybody's still coming in here. On this end, we just hear the doorbell. Every new person coming in. You guys are awesome. Look at this. Wow, you guys are awesome. Okay, so the first recipe that we're going to start tonight is a cornbread dressing. In the recipes that we gave you, I just threw in the cornbread dressing that I love to use from PCRM. It's simple, it's easy. I love using, even though this isn't a food for life class, I'm going to continue to be using the recipes that we know help people lose weight, feel good, prevent and reverse disease. And like many of my members here from all over the place, we're crushing it. So we made the bread and we left it out overnight. This is really the prep. So take your, hold on a second. There's still people coming in. I don't want nobody to miss anything.
It's all good.
Sarah, the floodgates are like flooding.
This is
It's
great.
insane. The doorbell's going off every 2 seconds. I love it.
That's awesome.
This is incredible. I'm so grateful to see her. Look at this. Look at this.
Can we call this stuffing?
Sure. Um, you guys, it's so
Dressing
good.
is something I pour on a salad if I have a salad.
We're not going to call it stuffing tonight because people asked when I said, you guys, what do you want me to make? They said, we want to see a cornbread dressing. I mean, so I'm holding back. So share, yes, I've had stuffing, but I've never had a cornbread dressing. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Look at where everybody's coming from. This is what I want to see. Getting ready to have a healthy Thanksgiving. Everybody that is here or everybody who gets into plans usually tells me, Stephanie, I want to get healthy. Well, the only thing that's holding us back is actually taking action. And sometimes taking action is overwhelming because we really don't know where to begin. So if you have a pen and paper tonight, I'm going to be dropping some tips. I'm going to make this easy to make this a stressless, that's the right word? Holiday.
Something like that.
So tonight I want you to start thinking about what are some things you'd like to have to bring with when you go out for Thanksgiving, and what are some things that you would like to prepare for your Thanksgiving dinner. The number one thing to make this smooth, you guys, my Plantspiration, you guys know, you're gonna have to make the list. So make the list right now, and maybe tonight, some of these things are gonna inspire you. And if you need help making that list, we got you.
We got you.
All right. So, John, we've welcome everybody who's coming in. We started off by just making a cornbread recipe the night before. Make sure after you make your list for Thanksgiving that you get all the ingredients ready. This is the hard stuff.
And read thoroughly through to make sure that, I need to make cornbread dressing or cornbread the day before.
That's when I kind of screw up, you guys, is when I don't read through. So we read through carefully, and we're reminding you that this is everything when you read through. So we made the cornbread last night, and we purposely let it sit out on the counter, and it hardened up a little bit. We cut it into 1-inch cubes. We shared the recipe for the cornbread. We don't want anybody to make things complicated. Although tonight isn't a food for life class, I am still going to continually share the immense variety of recipes that are with Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And these recipes have been around for over 20 years, saving lives, preventing and reversing disease. So we're going to continue to bring them in to share with you guys how easy this can be. Cornbread, left out overnight, chop it up. Another thing we're going to add to this dressing is going to be about 4 or 5. Go ahead, start the engines.
I want to cook.
I want to get these guys out of here so that they can get to making their recipe. The key tonight is going to be to make a plan for Thanksgiving. We want to keep this Thanksgiving smooth for you guys, happy and healthy. So get ready to get happy. Okay, that's what we're bringing. Wow, look at where everybody's coming from.
We need some broth.
All right, so we've got a broth here because we don't cook with oil. It's loaded with fat. And this is exactly what I don't want people doing. You know what I mean? Like, why would we... We don't want to cook that. We don't want to eat it. We don't want to have anything to do with it. So, John, we're going to start off with a little bit of this.
Yeah, most certainly.
You know what?
What's that?
Did I melt that fat in there? Let's try this again. It just was a little weird. Okay, we'll take 2. So we're going to not do that again.
Yeah, don't do that
We're going to put a little bit of vegetable broth in there. And we're going to start sauteing some onions. So what we're going to do basically is take all the rest of this stuff and saute it up for a little bit. Onions, I can't stop talking about the power of the plants. We got aliens, we got cancer fighting stuff. When we start really showing some gratitude for the power of the food and we talk like that, it helps you be more aligned and get more excited and get more dopamine hits so that we can keep this stuff going.
Oh, and a little garlic too. So we got celery, garlic, simple.
Throw it in. We're going to saute it up for a couple minutes. And I'm going to ask you guys, what is everybody doing here tonight?
Yeah.
What is everybody doing here? What do you like the most about being at Plantspiration? For people that are new in here, for hearing this, every Wednesday night we're bringing cooking classes. We're inspiring people. What we also have, like, I do coaching all week long. We do a Saturday support group with all the members. We've got Saturday Night Live with the members where we're going to be coming in and cooking every Saturday night. It was a little sporadic, but popular demand.
Oh, I love it.
We're going to be bringing in new recipes like that. What do you guys like the most about being here at Plantspiration? I want to make sure the new people are like, all right, this is kind of cool. Nice. So we're going to saute this up.
Yeah.
Now, usually we would have music on. We would be having music on. We would be getting into some dancing in the kitchen. And if he wasn't here, if he was working or something, I'd still be getting busy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We're just sauteing this stuff up a little bit. And I love hearing everyone's story. It's so inspiring. So I love that, Kelly. Speaking of, she's got a magnificent story too.
Nice.
If anybody feels like sharing their wins and popping off a bunch of dopamine, I've been talking about making like a satire dopamine commercial. You're about to get it right here, but it's not satire. It's real.
Well, I think we should tell them about, all the stuff that we're cooking with is really powerful stuff. I mean, you got onions and garlic, the alien family, good cancer fighting.
Remember when you hated celery? But remember when you really hated celery?
Yeah, I know. I used to really hate this stuff.
The old us would have been cooking with some olive oil right here. Everything stuffing would have been like raw food, Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
I got sick from that kind of stuff, and I didn't realize you can't eat raw meat. You can't eat raw turkey. Why would we? All our life we learned to eat that way. You know what I mean? So once you learn that it's really not healthy to be putting that cholesterol down, down your hatch.
For sure.
I mean, how many of you guys used to think that the white meat was the best part? Raise your hand. Come on. Yeah, see?
It's
the white meat.
It's the least
low fat.
Mm-hmm.
What a bunch of BS we were told. It's still loaded with cholesterol. It still has heterocyclic amines when you're cooking meat.
And it still has fat.
And it still has, look at it, still has this. Don't worry, I won't put it near the stove.
Mm.
Still has this. But you guys aren't putting any of this into, that's not appealing. Let me just get that out of there. You guys are not going to have to deal with any of this stuff because we're eating low fat over here. I got one thing that is high in fat. And we're going to play a game called Eat Your Plants Off.
That's right.
Can you eat your plants off over this stuff right here? Oh, yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Eat your plants off at Plantspiration means when you have it low fat, the way we know works, low fat, high fiber. People are eating 2,000 calories a day and they're losing weight and their pants are falling off. If that's you guys out there, just show a hands up. I don't want them to think I'm pulling their leg. Look, see? Look at this. It's actually happening. And Jody, you get in here.
When do these go?
Those go in now, John. You can't mess this up. We're going to start throwing all the vegetables in, softening them up, sauteing them, and we're going to have a little talk right here. Look at this. Rosie, it's so good to see you. Get in here, Rosie. And Jody, you said it hold on, I want to talk to everybody, but Rosie, get in here. How are you? I miss you.
Doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing so good. Are you excited?
This looks amazing.
I was going to say, are you excited for this? Are you set up for Thanksgiving over there?
Yes, ma'am. You're giving me great ideas for what we need to take to my brother, so it'll be nice. It'll be perfect.
Yeah. Just tell them you brought a delicious dish and everybody will eat it and they won't even realize.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Really quick, I want to just take care of Victoria. I just saw your message. Does anyone know why my screen is black? Now, can we ask her to like take her camera off, or are you not able to see us?
Sure.
Man, can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
What? We've got to fix this. This is torture.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
is. That you? I see you. Can you see?
That's me. I can see myself now, but it's just like a black. If I minimize it, I get a tiny little box in the bottom right-hand corner.
Anybody?
I'm not tech savvy, so this is not surprising.
We're going to try to get this figured out. I don't know how to help. It's like
that's why I keep going out and coming back in and
view on the top. Okay, these guys are giving some tips, and we're here for you. We're not.
Maybe I'll log out and try to log back in again.
There is a view, somewhere on the top.
Like on the top right corner, you're going to see a little box that says view.
You mean like where I maximize it?
Yeah, go to top right corner. So not the left, you maximize on the left. On the top right corner, you go to view and you're going to go under speaker so that you only see them. I mean, that's what I do.
Okay. I'm not seeing that on mine. I'll play around and see if I can.
Victoria, we won't let you miss this, I promise.
Well, I can hear you, so I'm fine. You can keep going. I'm good.
I'm so grateful that you're here. Susan, you said sometimes you have to come back in. Look at you, Julie. I love you. You guys, that's our health teacher from high school.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the story of Julie and us? Because I'll tell it if you want to.
Yeah, it's quick.
Everywhere we go, I'm sprinkling that plant-based Plantspiration stuff all over everybody, and that's how I found her.
Yeah.
Speaker view will maximize their video. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not tech savvy too. I think
you
guys
can
are
see
learning
like gallery view or speaker view.
So this is exactly, by the way, I've blocked out about an hour of time to cook dinner for Thanksgiving. And this is what you guys are going to watch. Like, this is my Thanksgiving dinner. And what I've done is I've done a mise en place for every single recipe. That probably takes, that might take some time, depending on how many you're doing. Sure. It takes me all day because I'm doing a lot of different things and preparing ahead of time so that this is really smooth and you can see the outcome of everything. So the first thing I would recommend to do, and write this down on your list, you got your notes, you got your stuff, do the mise en place, especially if it's for a new recipe.
Yeah.
It makes it like this, done. But we're going to slow it down. Right now, we're just sauteing a ton of celery. We've got about 4 or 5 sticks of celery, a whole onion, and about 10 ounces of mushrooms.
How much garlic do we have here?
Probably
about 4
cloves of garlic. I want everybody to get relaxed. If you have an old recipe, by the way, that you have and you love the seasonings for it, let's break those out and work the recipe around that. So if you already have a stuffing or a cornbread dressing that you just love, then maybe we just need to modify your ingredients that are bringing the flavor, because you know what we realized? We were just putting plants on our meat to taste like plants.
Yeah.
So you guys are just going to have the plants on the plants.
Yeah. The way I look at it, I'm just changing up and I'm just removing cholesterol from my diet. Okay.
Thank goodness.
I'm just replacing it with plants.
So we do a little lifestyle medicine coaching. I'm a lifestyle medicine coach, and it's a lot about behavior change. And I'm going to bring some of that into tonight's cooking class. So when we start talking about things like I'm going to stay on track through Thanksgiving. I love animals, you know, because I asked everybody, are you here for the, you know, health, the animals, or the planet? So I'll cover it all. While you're getting ready for your Thanksgiving, I want you to be saying stuff to yourself like, I'm going to crush this. I'm going to sail through Thanksgiving. I'm not going to have a little bit of carcinogen. I'm not going to have a little bit of animal that I love. I want to stay 100% because I'm going to tell you right now, when you start talking to yourself like this and you start envisioning how you're going to come out of this holiday, how many of you Plantspiration members know what I'm talking about? Give them a hands up so they know. See what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are crushing it over here. They're crushing it. You guys are, I'm so proud of everybody. Like, I'm so grateful to have you here. Anybody have any
We're
questions?
gonna need maybe a little salt and pepper for this.
Oh, let me get that. Welcome to our kitchen, you guys. This is like our
Welcome.
cooking show. Everybody
Welcome.
said, Stephanie, do a cooking show.
We
Here it
love cooking. Well, I love cooking.
If I could reach these, I could get it.
I'll get them. Look at this. Can you see this? This is so amazing.
Can't get
Okay,
I don't know why they have cabinets that are so tall. Should not be right. So we're going to put a pinch of salt in.
Yeah.
When we're using salt, I always recommend that you get a salt with iodine in it. So many of these Himalayan or pink salts, they do not have iodine in it. And the studies show when this started becoming more prevalent, there started to be more thyroid issues going on. So we need that iodine to keep a healthy thyroid. Wow, this went quick. Are you guys ready for how quick this is?
Yeah, look at. I got some. I'd like to throw in some chestnuts along with the herbs at the end. Here's the bag right here.
Share the whole box too. You've got an extra bag. So
There's
you
a
can
bag.
get this
There's
whole box at Costco. Unfortunately, you don't have an amazing health teacher who actually picked them up and delivered them to you. This is the stuff I'm grateful for. Julie,
Thank you,
thank you
Jules.
so much with everything going on to know that you were there for us. How are you doing tonight, Jules? We love you. We can't believe you're here. We love you so much.
Heck yeah, this is great.
She might have her hands full.
We could throw in the chestnuts.
We've chopped up some chestnuts. And how many of you guys have had chestnuts? Let me hear. Have you had chestnuts?
They're awesome. I love them.
Love you both. She's busy.
That's all right.
We've got these chestnuts, and I'm going to tell you what, if you've got chestnuts in a nut shell, warning, don't cook them in the oven like over a roasted fire.
You got to put a hole in
We
it.
almost, I thought we were getting, it was blowing up in our oven.
Yeah, yeah.
They pop, they blow up. I thought, I hit the ground. Okay, I was like, what's happening? Never tried chestnuts, Kelly. They're low in fat, okay, loaded with fiber. They have tons of magnificent nutrient benefits. They're soft, so we don't even need to chop them. You could just crumble them. That's how soft they are. They're very meaty. These are already roasted organic chestnuts, so you can eat them right out of the bag. So here's the most awesome part about this. They're only 0.5 gram of fat, 1 gram of fat per bag. So this is just 2 servings in here, just to give people an example. You know, if we're doing nutrition label rating, I always recommend if it says 3 grams of fat or more on the back of a label, you want to crush it, lose weight, and feel great, and eat your plants off. Let's keep those fats low. Let me ask you guys this. How many grams of fat should we be hitting a day? Or where should we be between a day? These Plantspiration members are plant slayers. They know exactly how to save lives. Look at this. This is golden numbers we have right here, you guys. If you're taking notes to lose weight, prevent and reverse disease, want to get some information, when I'm talking...
That's maybe fiber.
Julie's doing fiber. Julie, we see you with the fiber. We know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get to that too. This is beautiful. People at Plantspiration are crushing it because we've got these golden numbers of keeping it low fat. John, put in that.
We have a couple tablespoons of sage.
Yum.
And a tablespoon of thyme.
Easy ingredients, you guys.
Because we've got the time to eat good.
We've got the time. So I see what you did there.
So right at
I
the
see
end.
what you did there. So we generally keep it when people are we have the highway to health going on over here at Plantspiration. Okay, we got people driving in from all over the world, and when you're on the highway to health at Plantspiration, that fast lane, that left lane, okay, boom, that is about 18 to 22 grams of fat, where people are absolutely crushing it. But if we're keeping it low fat, we got to make sure it's high fiber. And Julie just gave away the answers. Yes. How much fiber are you guys getting at Plantspiration? Because this right here, Plantspiration, you guys are the inspiration the world needs to see. And what I'm doing here is I'm letting everybody see. These guys know what they're doing here. Okay, John's doing
2 teaspoons of vegan Worcestershire sauce.
We're going to try this up here. Did you see that? Sarah, you know I always forget to give you the Amazon store, but I love for people to be able to see it so they can see the ingredients that I'm using.
Sure.
And if you buy stuff, you guys in my Amazon store, all the proceeds go back into Plantspiration.
Now, what it says in this recipe is to put all the stuff into a bowl and mix it all up. But we're going to try to do this right in the pan.
We want to keep,
I'm adding
actually,
the broth to the
I
mixture.
think we should get a bowl.
Get a bowl.
I think we should get a bowl.
Quite full.
I was going to try to eliminate some.
I think we would probably make a real big mess if we try to stir all this in right here. Get a bowl with our
Get a
own.
bowl. We're going to do this. Watch how quick this goes, you guys.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Try to shorten it up.
Let me get the broth in here first. I think it's got a good mixture of deliciousness. And it's asking for 2 cups of broth. Okay. It's like half a container.
Start off like this, roll it around in here. And if you forget to put the broth in at this place, it's okay. Just put it over here like that. Pour it in here, Johnny
This
boy.
is
I'm
my-
gonna roll up my sleeves.
Whoa, what are you doing?
So what we've learned right here is we've got a low-fat, high-fiber cornbread dressing that we're gonna pop off.
And it's gonna make you drool. The smell of this is
He's ready to eat
amazing.
it all. So if it starts getting a little dry, you can add more vegetable broth over the top. Some people could also use, if you want to add a little extra seasonings, you might as well add that in here right about now. But if you guys can see this big old bowl of cornbread, wow, this smells like success over here. Okay. I mean, where do you go wrong with the seasonings? You put the chestnuts in, they got that meaty flavor. I mean, just like everybody else. I wasn't born, well, I know some people that were born vegan, but we were brought up eating meat, dairy, cheese, all these things that we thought were great. We didn't know how to make this transition, okay? Until we started doing it.
Mhm.
And that's what I want you guys to do is go into this holiday with full-on confidence that you're going to crush it. If you say you want to get healthy, then you're going to stay healthy through this. If you say you love animals, then we're going to stay on point and we're not going to eat any, okay? That's the inspiration that we need to see. And if you really want to make a difference on the planet, you know what to do. You know what to do. So any questions as I cover this up with some tin foil? We're going to throw it in for 20 minutes. And yeah, it does look fab. I agree with you. It's also going to taste fab.
Smells amazing.
There we go. So that's going in the oven. And we're going to get over to the quickest. What is this? John, catch.
I can do it.
Oh my gosh, I could not have. Did you guys see that?
Mhm.
We're on fire tonight. We are on fire. Actually, we're not because we're putting fires out with this food.
Wow.
I need that pot. We're going to start crushing it. The first thing we're going to do is ask anybody, do you guys got any questions about that simple recipe we just rocked out? You got this. Jody, your hand's up. I still want to ask you, how's your week going? We're going to get this party started. We're done with that.
My week is going fantastic, and I have to thank you for that.
Nice.
So, I just upped my fiber and started eating more calories, and my blood sugar went right back into line, and I dropped 4.5 pounds. So that's really happy.
Now, when I told you to eat more
Nice.
plants and focus on the good wins and stuff, most people are like, what? I came here for some recipes. And you didn't say that to me, Jody. You are a plant-based pro. What? You ate your plants off.
Yep, I sure did. I'm like just stuffing it in.
It's awesome.
Did you guys hear that? Crushing it. I'm grateful that you made this commitment to your health, Jody. You're doing fantastic. When I say being the inspiration the world needs to see. Hello, we're reversing disease right here. She's losing weight. And what is she doing? She's eating plants off.
That's right. We're making a cream of broccoli soup.
Let's go.
This is going to be amazing.
He's still
more bread.
so we're gonna right away take the onions and saute them again right in the vegetable broth.
Onions, celery, and carrots.
So on your grocery list, definitely write down vegetable broth. Okay, get a vegetable broth, keep it in your kitchen, get 4, okay, because you're gonna use them and you're gonna save them. And if you make too much of this stuff, what are we gonna do? What would you guys do with all this extra food? Eat it.
Freeze it.
Just
Freeze it.
Freeze it. Batch cook it.
That's right.
Batch cooking isn't the easiest thing to do during Thanksgiving, but I'm going to still give you ideas on maybe you make this another time. You know, and you use it. This creamy broccoli soup is super low in fat, like 0 grams of fat. Okay, is what it turns out to be per serving. And we're also going to throw in the garlic. We're just going to hook all this up really. Is it not ready?
I don't know. I love it. I love garlic.
This is gonna. I want to put it all in.
Get it all in
Get
there.
it all in here. We love this recipe because this is from Universal Meals, and Dustin Harder, the chef at the Physicians Committee, is amazing, and you can't go wrong when you stick to these classic, simple recipes. Some of them are our own, but this is one that you can't beat this one. It's amazing. Yeah, freezing it.
I'm not going to reinvent the wheel or broccoli soup.
So many people get caught up by that. There's billions of recipes out there, but what we do over here at Plantspiration is go like this. Let's just keep it easy.
Yep.
Let's just
Brad,
keep it
what
simple.
works? We've used it and we're good.
Oh, the better than bouillon. I have those here. We are using them tonight. We are using them for the turkey roast tonight. So this is great.
It's not a turkey roast.
Well, it's a no vegan turkey roast. Can you recommend a tasty brand of vegetable broth? I don't know if there's any vegetable broth that's tasty. I would be lying to you if I said. But I do have a suggestion that will turn things around because I know what she's talking about.
Yes.
This vegetable broth here, they are pretty plain, and these do have a little bit more sodium per thing, but these right here, these better than bouillon, these are really, what do you guys think? You guys have any suggestions for a better broth? Let's have Betsy hear it. This is what you guys are here for, to inspire other people. I love the questions. Keep them coming. Take your mic off. Let's hear from you, or put them in the chat box. Yeah, these are the Betsy, you don't need, it's definitely better than the stuff in the box, if I can be totally honest with you. So what we're going to do with this vegetable stuff in here is just saute it up. Meanwhile, let's talk about the broccoli. Okay, the biggest cruciferous vegetable. How many of you guys are watching my grocery hauls every week? We're eating all that food. We're eating all that food, and you see how much broccoli we're eating. No wonder I'm bouncing off the wall. I want you to take about 4 cups of broccoli, or is it 6?
So 6.
6 cups of broccoli. I already chopped it up ahead of time. How come? Anybody have the answer to that bonus question? Why did I cut it up ahead of time?
I know why. You know why?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat why we do this. And what else we did is we chopped up the stem. The stem isn't even going to get a taste in here. You're not even going to notice it. We don't have to waste it. And to be quite honest with you, the broccoli is king, but the stem is where it's at. It has the most of the nutrients, vitamins, minerals, stuff like that. You guys, I didn't see the words yet. There it is. There it is. The crowd goes wild. Laura, you got an A+.
Yep.
A+ for the
After 45 minutes cutting up your broccoli or any cruciferous, you release more sulforaphane, which is more cancer-fighting properties. You know what that means.
Wow! Why wouldn't we fight disease with every bite? I don't know how many people come in here and go, Stephanie, I want to get healthy, and I can't wait till my next meal to have a little bit of carcinogen. Nobody says that to me. Nobody says that ever. Stephanie, I love animals. I'm just going to eat a little bit of one. Listen, I just tell it like it is. I love you guys. We eat animals too. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad. Part of being a lifestyle medicine coach is about behavior change. And sometimes we have to face things that are uncomfortable in order to make those changes. So if it's hard for you to stay on track, sometimes we talk about getting aligned, saying what you believe in, doing what you believe in, it suddenly makes you feel a lot better. Don't you guys know here at Plantspiration? If you're getting aligned and you're feeling good about your choices, raise your hand. If you're happy and you know it, I can't believe I just did
Raise
that.
your hand.
Is it time for the broccoli?
It's time for the broth. Sure, shove in the broccoli,
Let's put
beans, and broth.
I got a lot. I got 8 cups, but we're just gonna.
So easy. Oh,
We're
right.
gonna put it
We'll
all.
put it all in there. I love cream of broccoli. Who doesn't love cream of broccoli? I mean, some people.
If you're gonna cook, let's blow it up, okay? Same pot, same amount of time. Get it in here, okay? We're gonna eat it. And there's another trick I have about what you eat. It's what you bring home from the grocery store. That's how it works. Your screen is so small I can't see anything
broccoli,
you're doing.
beans,
Hold on.
vegetable.
How many of you guys can see us okay? I need to hear. So
Right.
why are some people not able to see? That's breaking my heart right now.
What is it?
It's breaking my
Oh
heart.
no! What
What's
happened?
happening? We got people that can't see. Their screen is so small I can't see anything they're doing. Debbie, get in here. What's happened? We want this experience to be awesome for
I
everybody.
got it.
Okay,
She
give me
got
some.
it.
She got
She
it.
got it.
Debbie, we love you. You're crushing it, by the way. You're crushing it. Get in
Nice.
here. See how everybody, we love people. Look at this in
That's
here.
right.
You guys are
That's
ready.
awesome.
I'm so glad you're here. Debbie, how's your week going? Now that we got her working, I'm calling on her.
We got to put some broth in
Let's
here.
put some broth in
4
here and let's get
cups.
this party started.
That's the whole thing.
This is so tasty.
It's going well. It's going well.
It's so good to have you. What would you like to leave here with tonight? What could I bring you tonight?
Well, I remember last year doing Thanksgiving, and if you aren't prepared and you don't have a good recipe, you're going to fail because it's just too easy to go back. And so I'm really excited about the turkey one, though I would be fine without that, but I'm excited to try it because I had stuff last year that was disgusting. Just saying.
Oh, this is amazing. This is great. You
I'm excited.
We got you.
Right here
Heck
for
yeah.
you for being
But
here
you're
tonight.
right. If you fail to plan, you better plan to fail then.
It's how we learned. Like nothing was just
Yep.
perfect right out the gate. It was kind of trial and error.
That's right. You burn to learn.
Remember it was the first Thanksgiving. We were like, we started in January. Okay. So now Thanksgiving's coming. I had been planning, like, we've got to modify this. There was not a lot of this information out there, or I wasn't looking, but I invented in 2013. I'm telling you, I invented it. We like put our whole cauliflower, we steamed the cauliflower, we put it in brine overnight. We treated it. We were just like, we need to do the same things to like a bird that were to a cauliflower.
Yeah.
Is exactly how we did. Same
it
seasonings,
like
same
that.
everything. We were blown away.
I'm putting in these northern, great
Cannellini
northern beans.
About a half a cup of cannellini beans we're going to throw in there. Why not add even more fiber, more powerful
Yeah.
stuff?
That's right.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
This is amazing.
how easy it is.
Now this you got to throw on the stove for quite a while.
We're gonna let it roll over there until the end, and we'll blend it
We'll
out.
take off.
John, you're awesome.
Let me get this out of your face.
We're gonna get out of the diet cycle over here, okay, you guys?
Right.
We're out of the diet cycle. We're actually just crushing it. And next thing you know, we need more broth in here.
I did a whole thing. It says 4 cups. I did a whole container.
I put a lot of broccoli in.
I think it's going to be super creamy. Yum. What else?
That's it.
Right?
I added the salt and pepper. It was a quarter
lemon
teaspoon.
juice. Lemon juice.
Do we have lemon juice?
We do. How much lemon juice would you like?
Did I not squeeze it? You did?
How much lemon juice?
Oh
would
my
you like?
gosh, you're amazing. How much did you squeeze?
1 lemon.
Okay, so
How
then
much
this
you
is
need?
for a half, so we're just gonna go like a half.
Perfect.
Perfect. Now we're gonna put all the vegetables steaming and boiling up over here. We're gonna go put them over on the other oven so that we can get down to the gravy. And you're
Ooh,
watching
yeah.
us go through the exact motions. I've laid out how I would run this. Since that's gotta cook, my mise en place is ready to go, but it's not to my right. It's
But I
over
tell
here
you
to my
what,
left.
with this Thanksgiving, you don't have to get up at the crack of dawn.
Remember that.
Yeah,
How
that
many
was
of you
like
guys
getting
do
up
that?
so damn early just to get the food going.
I don't need to get up at 5 a.m. to go roast my cauliflower.
Unless you didn't make your cornbread the day before.
I think I'd like to eat it just like that. Lisa, I would eat it just like that. We don't have to
Oh, yeah.
blend it up. We don't have to do that to it, but we're gonna anyway to
What
show
are
you
we
guys.
doing here?
With the with the trays, John, remember I put the pots with them? We're making a mushroom gravy. We don't need to wait till we have all this greasy, 100% fat, cholesterol, carcinogen coursing through our potatoes. We could just do mushrooms, which actually pick up oil spills. They use mushrooms to pick up oil spills. Can you imagine what they do to your arteries? This is really easy, John. The first thing we do is saute.
Always.
Always.
Onion and mushroom.
No, and again, low fat, high fiber. Let's crush it.
That's right.
This low fat, high fiber method, that's been around forever. It's all about getting the mitochondria to get revved up.
More onion.
Should we tell them why everybody's eating their plants off and crushing it in Plantspiration? Should I break it down? Well, it's not just that it's good, as we saute some onions.
It's good. It's healthy. Cancer-fighting properties. Whole
Onions,
foods, deliciousness.
mushrooms. We're going to add in about 10 ounces of mushrooms right here. We're just going to get this stuff sauteing right away.
That's right.
Mushrooms, and then we start adding in the seasonings, right?
Really? I don't know. And the mushroom, let's cook this stuff for like 5 minutes, saute.
Okay, so this is what we were going to talk about. How awesome you guys are.
Oh, it's amazing.
So the reason why everybody is doing so well at Plantspiration, should I tell them?
Yeah, please.
Should I share with everybody?
I think so.
So in order to get the mitochondria up and get our body revving up, it's uncomfortable to hear this, but you need to eat your plants off. So many people have been trying to diet. So many people come to me that I coach, and they're like me. We were so stuck into this cutting calories, eating little meals, starving ourselves, skipping meals, doing stuff like that. And then on top of it, we shift over to a plant-based diet, and it's already low fat. We're eating tons of fruits, we're eating tons of vegetables. But if we don't get enough in, if we don't get that tank of gas full, I mean, how many people plan for a trip? Okay, because this Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving is your destination right now. Okay, so imagine this. You're going to fill your tank up before you go out, right? You got to fill your tank up before you go out onto, if I want to go to Jill in Florida and Eileen, I would have to get a full tank of gas. A quarter tank of gas, I would have to pull over by the time I got to Chicago. Like, how many times would I have to stop if I only got a quarter tank of gas? The red engine light goes on. Hint, hint, that's your hunger. Okay?
Yeah.
The engine light goes on. We got to keep pulling over. So the trick here to getting your car pedal to the metal is fill up on this beautiful amount of food. Fill the tank up. I know it's a little uncomfortable to be full, especially if all our life we've been told, oh, if you're full, that means you're stuffed and you did something wrong. Yeah. Not the case when you're following this no oil, low fat, crushing it mode.
That's right. That's right.
I'll wait until the hurricane's over.
You can do this.
You can do this. How many of you guys go into those negative thoughts? This is going to be tough. Family's going to start bothering me. They're going to start asking questions. Raise your hands if you're worried about this.
That's a thing.
It's a
Family and stuff, yeah. Friends.
Think of that negative thought that you're thinking right now. Man, my sibling's going to give me a hard time again, and they're going to, whatever they're going to say. If you want to share possibly what you're thinking that might happen, share it. But what we're going to do is we're going to plan ahead right now. How are you going to react to that in a way that is a positive outcome? How are you going to react to that in a positive outcome? Or share. Or if anybody wants to ask me a question, Trisha, or anybody. Right. I don't want to put anybody on the spot.
This is Dinneractive.
This is Dinneractive. We want to know, what are you facing? If you give me an example, I want to do my best to have everybody say, like, I get it. We get it. You're not alone, is what I want to say. Like, we've been through, we still go through it, and we're going to learn how to take the stress off and just be like, but I'm just enjoying my food and I love you, stuff like that.
That's right.
We don't have to defend what we're doing. You know what I mean? I don't defend what I'm wearing. I don't defend how I'm doing my hair. I don't defend how I'm eating. I just say, hey, it's what I'm doing. Yeah. It's what I like. Makes me feel good.
Exactly. You shouldn't have to. You deserve
I love that, Rosie.
to eat what you like to eat. That's healthy for you, makes you feel great.
We don't have to go in everywhere like ready to fight. There's no reason for that. So before you go in anywhere for your holiday or before you prepare for it, I want you to take your vibes down if that's where you're at, or you're ready to fight, or you're ready to defend, or man, I'm waiting for everybody to come at me. We're going to let go of that right now. Okay.
That's right.
And we're just going to know that this is going to be a great Thanksgiving. We get to spend time with people we love. And that's what I want you to focus on and how great you're doing, because eventually you keep this up and you go into this Thanksgiving prepared like that mentally, physically, you're going to have such an amazing outcome. You're going to feel great. And
That's
eventually
right.
people are going to be like, hey, how are you doing that over there? Because you look amazing. What do you mean you reverse your disease? Keep the attention just to you being peaceful and remembering what you're doing is so good for yourself.
That's right. So after a few minutes of doing the onion and mushrooms here, throw in your garlic, a couple teaspoons of chopped up garlic, crushed. What do you call it?
Crushed garlic. What a great
Delicious.
suggestion. Jody, this is a wonderful, that is one of the responses. My doctor suggested this. Or you could say, I'm working with a lifestyle medicine coach.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's plant-based nutrition expert. I'm making significant diet and lifestyle changes, and I'm really proud of the changes I'm making. Now, imagine if you went into it like that. Yeah, I'm really proud of the changes I'm making. You know, if anybody's not happy about you making these wonderful changes, that's okay. That's okay. Let it go. It's not a big deal.
That's right.
It's what you're doing that's so important. You know what I mean?
And what you're doing now is dumping thyme in there, like
We
a
got
half
time
a
for that.
teaspoon.
This gravy's going so fast.
We're
Watch
also
this.
gonna add smoked paprika.
You guys can do this. It's
What else
delicious.
we got? We have a little salt and pepper.
John, you're doing good at this tonight. Thank you.
That's right.
What percentage do you think John does of the cooking, and what percentage do you think I do the cooking? Let's see some guesses
What do you
right
mean?
here.
Other than
No,
Wednesday
in life,
night.
like in our regular life outside of Wednesday night. Oh, this is great. Somebody's winning. Keep it going. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are paying attention.
yeah, not 50-50, sorry.
Yeah, it's not 50-50. You guys are right. This is accurate.
90-10, what'd they put out? 80-20.
But let me be honest with you. Before this started,
Oh, you cooked all of it.
100% of the time, 100% of the time, every day. But I also
Yeah.
wasn't running a global
No, she wasn't.
nonprofit and coaching people. So it's been or
You didn't know
marketing.
you were cooking food that was killing us.
I didn't know. It isn't that. Sorry, now
We all grew up learning to eat all that
There's
stuff.
ready to
We're
go.
just making healthier stuff taste the same. Why not?
it's all we're doing.
It's
So,
awesome.
however, what I would like to say is, in all fairness, I do bring the groceries in. I do bring the food in. So it is a little 50-50.
What are you doing with that? Are
We're
we using the
gonna-
immersion thing?
You
with
want to
this?
use the immersion? Because we
I
could,
think-
let's see this.
What are we supposed to do with it?
No, we just want to do 1.5 cups into this, and we're
Okay.
going to transfer it, and we're going to add it with the cornstarch in.
All
So
right.
here's a trick to this mushroom gravy that's already ready to go. Do you guys got time for this? Because that's how quick it is to make these meals when you have them planned out, when you know what you're writing on the menu. That's the biggest obstacle of people crushing it. You guys know your plants. Other than the people that I've not met yet in this class, which if you're here, you probably know your plants too, or you've read the books, or you understand that if we eat a plant-based diet, we could live longer, we could feel better, prevent and reverse disease. Most of the time, what's stopping people is just writing the list out of what they need for the store. And I want you to do that tonight. So we're going to add just a little bit more of this in because it looked a little dry to me. And then we're going to take 1.5 cups.
Yeah, you gotta put like 2 cups of that of fluid in there first.
Oh, 2 cups of the.
I believe so. Yeah, it says. Yeah, we do this. We reduce heat. We did that. Yeah.
It is 2 cups now of broth are
Maybe
going
put
into
a
our
blender.
very sauteed mushroom, onion, garlic.
Yeah,
And I'm going to need some more.
this is the other 2 cups.
Betsy,
Did you
you're
put
right.
one in? Oh gosh, don't do
It's
that.
not as delicious
That
as you
is
want it to be.
not a good
But that
idea.
broth will be in the
There you
they look like little cubes. I need this over here. So it's calling for 1.5 cups of the mushroom mixture to go into this with the cornstarch. So what I have here is a 3/4 cup. So I'm going to use 2 of these
go.
to equal 1.5.
There you go.
That's me flexing my math.
A little closer.
That's me flexing my math.
No drips.
Okay.
Cornstarch.
1 tablespoon of cornstarch. This is all you need. We don't need to get fancy ingredients. Maybe at the cheesecake we will. But right here, these are the simplest things. I know there's a ton of recipes for gravy. Just pick one. This happens to be our favorite one. So this gravy is something that we do make year round. You guys, I love mashed potatoes. Okay, that's one of the first things I started living off of. You just put in some plant milk. You just put in some seasonings. By the way, people at Plantspiration are not restricting some salts or what sugars. This is easily attainable and sustainable. And it can be delicious too. And that's what I want people to think right now. This is the most sustainable, attainable, for all of our families to love and enjoy. So we can do that.
So we're gonna go a few more minutes.
Rinse it out right away is our tip number 10.
Yeah.
Did I give 7 more? 8 more? 9 more?
What?
Any questions on this gravy that we just rocked? Done.
Simple.
Yum. Let me just give it a little. It could use a pinch of salt. But other than that, it's fantastic. I might have spilled some on the tray. Actually.
Smells amazing.
It's amazing. And the more you heat it up with the cornstarch, the more it's really going to start blending up. So here's a tip. I would make the gravy the night before if you're going to bring it, if you're going to make it, if you're going to take it out with you or serve it. The reason is it just gets more flavorful, these plants overnight. They get more flavorful. So the gravy, the soup, the cornbread stuffing, all of these things are what I would say are easily done the night before so that you can plan. Oh, Barbara, get in here. How are you? I love you for being here.
So yeah, that just takes you simmer a little bit and it'll thicken
Done.
up.
Hey, hey.
Is this your type of gravy?
Yes, it is. That looks so delicious. Like I'm just imagining everything I can put it on right now.
You guys, I love that she said that. What would you put the gravy on? Let's hear it. Put it in the chat box. What a great idea. Barbara, are you ready for, I'm thankful that you're here. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I am, and I can't wait to try these recipes because my children are coming down, so they're going to love it. I'm excited for this.
Get ready to get happy with what I'm going to show you next. This gravy's done. We're going to go to the roast.
Wow.
How many of you guys are impressed with how quick we're whipping through the recipes? I want to see a hand or something. Do you want me to slow it down? I can't tell. Let me hear you. I'm so glad that you're here, Barbara. Cremini or Baby Bella, whatever you get your hands on, you can use. Whatever you get your hands on, I want to tell you, keep it easy. Great question. I love this gravy, by the way. It's thick. And if you want to get rid of more of the mushrooms or you want to blend it in to kind of hide some of the vegetables, because if you bring this in with a little bit more salt for a standard American family, no one's going to notice, but I would blend it up all the way. That would be my tip for if you need to pass it off as not raising attention. What's all this stuff in it? So that's an easy way.
Just mushrooms.
How many of you guys know how many turkeys are killed every year for Thanksgiving? Let's talk about that for a second.
Nice.
Since I am Plantspiration, and this is all about health of the humans, animals, and the planet. Anybody have a number for that? Thank you, Julie.
I know.
You are too many. That's the answer.
Yep. There
It's
are
actually-
two answers. Too many and
46 million.
That's way too many.
Was it 60 million? Is that a higher number?
Maybe that's the latest, right?
I just checked and I thought it was 46, but Ellen, I know
But
you know your
anyways,
turkeys.
Either way, that's too damn
It's too many. And, I grew up thinking that turkeys didn't have feelings. I grew up thinking that we could only, you know what I mean? They're super smart
Just thinking
animals.
what you were taught.
A lot of people think that turkeys are dumb, but they like to hug. They have emotions. They're sad. They're one of the smartest animals. They're amazing. And when you see just kind of how they're kept and what they go through. So they're drugged up with things like Prozac. They're pumped up with antibiotics, some of them with antibiotics that are taken off the market. There's so many things that they put into these birds so that they could quickly get fat and they could quickly go through this. And for what? For it to take it to the table and to make us get fat and unhealthy and sick. We can do something different about it. And that's why you guys are here. I'm so grateful that we're having that. When you're eating cruelty free, we notice because I admitted on that podcast the other day. Thank you guys all for listening and all the great stuff you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realize how good you feel when you just start ingesting that kind of stuff. I mean, I didn't know, but once you start really getting aligned with it, you just start feeling better. You guys know what I mean? How many of you guys know what I mean? You just start feeling better. Yeah, Sherry, I see you over there. You just start feeling better. And that's all we want to do is hold on, I want to show them how thick this is.
It's going to get thicker.
Thick. When we come back, it's going to be even thicker. Let's get to the good stuff. Oh, sorry. John, I got this.
All right, you got it?
There it is. I love hearing that. And I wasn't there at the beginning. At the beginning, I was like, this is just for the diet. This is just for health. But things just start making you feel better and better. And that's all I want is for people to start really feeling good about what they're doing. And staying consistent. Speaking of staying consistent, how many of you guys are saying, I'm just going to blow this for Thanksgiving? Just a little bit. You better not. You don't say that because we're crushing it over here. So who's ready for this vegan turkey roast?
Blender, actually.
This is for the cheesecake. Oh yeah, we did use a blender for this. We'll do this, and then we'll use the blender again for the cheesecake. Okay.
Like you said.
Hey guys, we're gonna rinse out the blender for a little bit. Like I said, we should have done it right away. Oh, dang, that was quick.
You said do it right away. So
This is almost like a Houdini thing, so I'm going to slow it down. Does anybody have any questions thus far? I want to make sure when you leave here tonight that you've got your list of what you're going to have, that you've asked me any questions for crushing chronic disease, losing weight, feeling great, making changes, and that you feel confident about what you're doing. Okay? This is a hard one. Yes.
I have a question.
Hi, Ricardo.
The vital gluten, is it vital to have it in, or can it be taken out or put something else instead?
This is the bad news. This is the only time I say things about bad news is that I have to say to you, there isn't any other alternative that I have tonight for this wheat gluten that we know of yet.
Okay.
If anybody has any gluten-free turkey options, vegan roast options, let me know. But that is the only thing I hate to say.
I've seen somebody make it with actually blending tofu with seasonings and stuff and then making it into a roast. Very similar.
Right, yes, I can.
But I've never tried it, but that's an option.
Yeah, I have tried the other with tofu, I did. I just thought that perhaps I could put some flax seeds, maybe they work, but they will change the taste for sure.
Here's a perfect example, by the way, and I want to say I'm grateful when people ask me questions because right here on the spot, I'm gonna explore some ways that we can navigate through this. One is the sauce that we're gonna make with this is fantastic, and it can be coated over a steamed cauliflower, and it will give you this really good flavor. That's one way we could navigate through that. Two, I have another recipe that I'm going to make sure that you guys get where it is a roasted cauliflower and vegetable dish that is spectacular. So what I would recommend is maybe we can't have, if we have a celiac or a gluten intolerance, maybe this isn't an option, but that doesn't mean that we can't find something that does, because I still want it to be delicious. I still want it to be amazing. And I don't want anybody to feel like they
like
can't.
the cauliflower you make. That's amazing. Same seasonings.
Yeah.
Very delicious.
We are using wheat gluten. I very rarely use gluten on anything. We've been gluten-free for like 15 years. But I have been able to bring it back in. I learned from Dr. Bill Bolshewitz that we can reset our gut biome. And so far so good. If I have a little bit, I'm okay. And this would be on one of those occasions where I would say, yeah, lentil loaf. What a great idea, Alan.
Oh, man. Yeah,
See
we
what
did
I mean?
lentil loaf before. It's amazing.
I want people to be thinking of solutions to stuff exactly like this. This is the beauty of it. This is the beauty. We can get through this, okay? This one, though, is definitely something I wish everybody, sourdough bread in your grocery houses. It's not gluten-free. No, I don't eat that stuff, actually. We have other people that live in the house, and it's great. They love it. I'm going to bring out the bread that I use here in a minute when we use stuff like that. So let me get down to this, and I love the questions. The questions.
Our vegan turkey roast.
Sourdough bread is great. We know sourdough bread is great. Bring it home for my family. And I have had the opportunity to, I'm going to get into this, have a thank you, Cher, for bringing me, Sherry, the gluten-free, I believe it was, sourdough bread.
Nice.
Sherry might not be able to answer, but I think that's what she brought me. So this recipe here, we've got one little step we want to point out. It's very easy. The mise en place is your can of chickpeas, your nutritional yeast, and a couple of your seasonings here I'm going to go through. But we went ahead and we recommend taking the skin off of the chickpeas for this recipe. It's one little extra step. But John, why don't you tell them how you do that?
You fill the jar up with water after you rinse and drain your chickpeas, and then you just shake them up, so it really breaks the shells
Like I should
off.
be doing Taylor Swift.
No. And then you put it under the water, and what I just run the water, and it overflows. As the water overflows, the skins come out of the jar. And then you just shake it around a little bit and keep doing it.
And like I do,
no skins.
You don't have to be perfect about it. The skins just help it smooth out a little bit more in the blender. So check this out. What we're going to do here is we're going to add those chickpeas. Oh, there you go, John. Read it out to me so we get going.
What else we got going on?
Well, we're going to take the 3/4 cups. Wait, I'm missing it. The chickpeas.
Okay.
The 3/4 cups of the chicken broth and the
broth right here.
We cooked up over here. And these we used the
3/4 of it.
Not chicken bouillon cubes. These are important to use for this one. I'm showing it like they can see it.
Pour it in here.
Thank you. This stuff is great. That's the bread we use. That's the other bread we buy, but it's cheaper at Woodman's. So I don't usually grab it at Myers. But what a great suggestion.
Chickpeas.
This goes quick.
Yep.
And very important, if you're going to make this, have your stuff measured out. I mean, I couldn't do this if I didn't measure it out. So we're going to take the chickpeas, the already cooked vegetable broth.
1/4 cup of nutritional yeast.
Thank you.
Some soy sauce. Here's your measuring
2
deal.
tablespoons of a low sodium gluten-free soy sauce actually is in here. How contradicting that is, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Then we're going to just add all of the rest of the ingredients in here, you guys. A half a teaspoon of thyme. We've got a
teaspoon of sage.
The same ingredients for everything. So you don't have to go finding all this different stuff.
1/4 teaspoon of rosemary.
I love rosemary.
You got a teaspoon of onion.
Is there echo in here? I should stop doing that. Probably.
Maybe you should let me read it off since I'm looking at it.
Go ahead.
It is a half teaspoon of garlic powder.
We're grateful you guys are here. This is how quick this goes. That's
it.
Now, we're going to
What's
just...
in here?
That's the rosemary in case I spilled it because there's barely any.
Oh, that smells good.
And I need the lid.
Okay.
I'm afraid to put this on or else it'll blow up. We've done that. Has anybody blown up their...
Just don't.
Makes me nervous to ever put it on. Okay, rip it up.
Oh, wow. I think that's it.
That's it. So this one you want to get back over here. You want to blend this up all the way and you want to make sure your spatula gets every single drop out. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pour it in here.
Really?
Yep. Actually, a little bit of on the bottom. So I got this wheat gluten over at Woodman's. It's a really great price at Woodman's. You can also order it online. And this is just going to make this awesome. We're going to throw all the liquid in here first. And I mean, every single drop. Watch how this goes. This recipe calls for this cube stuff. It just tastes good. It just tastes better than the box. Like Betsy was pointing out, there's not really. So this bouillon cube, it does have like a trace of sugar in it. So it's got some stuff in it. Yeah, there is oil in it. Very little bits, very minuscule, but we're taking 1 cube and we're blending it out through cups of water right now.
I can't get every drop, but darn near every drop.
This is the measuring we're going to take. So the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of gluten. I'm just going to call it gluten. It goes so quick that I want you to measure it out first. Hold on. I want you to measure it out first. So we've got one here. This is how I do it. I've made this so many times. This is how I do it. It's super fast. So you got to be ready for this one. 1.5 cups. The way I like to do it first is throw the first cup in and start rolling it around because this is going to go really quick. It starts getting hardened. See how it starts going right away? Now, the next thing you're going to do is
wear it.
I couldn't find my Plantspiration apron today.
Huh.
So it starts molding really quick.
Yeah.
And we're going to add it. I don't ever use the whole 1/2 cup. And it turns out great, but some people need a little bit more, but I might change the recipe to 1.25 cup because this is what we do next. I need a little bit more. So we are adding a little bit more. Here we go.
Get it in there.
You'll feel it, and I want you to watch this. It's still a little soft, so I'm going to add a little bit more. This happens so fast. How's everybody doing?
It's awesome.
Are you ready to do Thanksgiving? Are you ready to go into this feeling like you're going to crush it? So when I get on my calls after Thanksgiving, everybody's going to go, Stephanie, crushed it.
Yeah.
I feel great. My blood glucose, my numbers are better. My weight is at least staying or going down because it's usually what I hear when people say, you know, they've doubled down on broccoli after maybe that they had something that was a little higher in fat,
Right.
you know, nuts and stuff like that might be coming in.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll it around.
It's a little sticky yet.
It's a little sticky yet, but you'll see it starts getting firm. And I kind of like it like this. We have maybe, I just want to show them. There's hardly any left.
So you might as well throw it in.
Go ahead. We'll throw it in. I'm always nervous that we wreck it. Okay, so we're going to just get old school here, and we're just going to mash this together.
I like it.
I like going easy on the flour whenever I'm baking. I'm nervous because you can't undo it. This stuff is really sticky, by the way. Rinse your bowl out immediately if you're using wheat gluten. I'm on my toes again.
Goodness.
Okay. So while you're having a good time here, how many of you guys took pottery or something? I have. This makes me want to make something nice. Anybody ever make this turkey? This cruelty-free turkey?
Yeah.
So let me get this out of the way.
You need more,
No, I like it just like this. Look at how nice this looks. So if there's any cracks, just pinch them, okay? My grandmother taught me how to make these beautiful dumplings, and that was the trick. If there's any cracks, you just throw it in here like this. Now you're going to need a steamer for this. You guys got a steamer? This is going to be easy. Did you see how quick that was? You blend it up, and you throw the flour in. You make your little roast, and you're going to take this and you're going to put it over a steamer with a vegetable broth in the bottom of the steamer so this baby just soaks up all those flavors. We don't need to be roasting any animals. We just need to be roasting some gluten tonight. Or maybe it's going to be your broccoli or your cauliflower, I mean. So this stuff is pretty sticky.
Now what?
We're going to make a cheesecake because we don't mess around over here. So far, you guys, you got your menu ready to go. Do you need any ideas? Do you need any help? Let it rip. Any questions? This is the hardest part when I have to be. We made it for our first week in Thanksgiving, and we were surprised how good it was. Yes! So bring it out again. There's another tip. Bring it out again. Don't try to find something new. We are going to just not worry about coming up with some new stuff. We're going to stick with what works. You know what I mean? I love this. Ready to shop, chop, and roll is the way to go. So you're going to get ready to write your grocery list out ahead of time. Block out time that you can make a plan for this so that it goes so smooth. And I want you to be writing down, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to sail through this whole holiday. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to go for some extra walks. I'm going to work on my sleep. There's so many ways that we can pop off dopamine hits. Talking to ourselves, eating our plants off, and being in an awesome community like this.
So we're going to steam this guy for about an hour, and then it's going to come out like this.
Look at this thing. Ready? So this, do you guys see this? We already let it steam, and this has already been ready to go. So what we're going to do here is take some of the leftover broth that we made out of the chicken cubes, because it is a little flavory. It is a little more flavor. We're going to just heat it up in this pan. I never use this pan. We don't want it to stick tonight.
That's right. Let's get this cooking, man.
We're going to sear it a little bit over this. And then I'm going to start getting the stuff out for the cheesecake. This is the wheat gluten. Love this brand, easy to go. These are the amazing, Julie, I love you. I'm going to, by the way, you guys, I'm just going to be eating these right out of the bag.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
1 gram of fat per package. Throw in some, but here we go. We got to make sure we got our snacks. So it's, even though it's Thanksgiving, just bring your snacks with you so that if there's anything that might be tempting to you, you're going to automatically say, I got it. I got this. No thanks. I love animals. I'm here for my health and I want to be a contributor to the healthy planet. So
That's
when
right.
you start putting that out there, you just start doing it. Just like your destination, your vacation. When you have an itinerary, when you make a plan, when you fill up that gas tank, okay? And that cleaning out the glove box over here at Plantspiration, that's all this self-confidence. This is all that positive affirmation. This is all those behavior changes so that when we're driving, we don't need to deal with all that stuff popping out. We can stay focused on our destination. So plan on cleaning out that glove box, talking good to yourself, saying, I'm going to make it through this holiday, rushing it. You just turn it around a little bit, you guys, and you roast it up.
Yeah, you brown it, you know.
And that's it. That thing's done. If it wasn't in the refrigerator overnight, it would have already been heated up and browned right now, okay?
Right.
But it's cold.
Let it brown.
I want it to get on brown on the top. I'll prep. Any questions while I get this cheesecake out so we can get you guys out of here?
Oh, yeah. Cheesecake.
We're here to crush it.
Wow, that gluten stuff is sticky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's how it works. Subs for cans of cream of chicken and cream of celery soups. What a great question. The first thing I'm going to ask is, well, first of all, thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Next, I'm going to ask my Plantspiration people or anybody out there, all of you guys, what do you guys have for a sub for a cream of chicken or a cream of celery soup? If anybody has one, I want to ask them because I have a suggestion.
Nice.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I would search whole food, plant-based, no oil, cream of chicken, and you're gonna find a recipe that is gonna be right on. And if it's seasonings that are familiar to you, you know, that's gonna look really good. Definitely celery soups and cream of chicken soups can be made and recreated because it's really just all about the seasoning. And if anybody has one in here, let me know. And I'll even look myself and see if I can share and follow up because I do have some deep places I go for the best recipes.
That's right.
For our cooking show. Okay, so I just want to cut this up for these guys and show them what we're doing and get to the, this is ready to go. Sweep this over, I'm getting ready.
I want to brown this boy.
Let me just show them how good it cut. Well, you go ahead and brown it and then we'll get the rest of this started.
All right, all right.
So what I need is the Cuisinart. We're going to need everything else. What is this? Oh, the chickpeas. Keep the questions coming because I can keep up. I don't know who that is, what that means, who Thor is. So we're getting ready to make a cheesecake. Everything that I've shown you guys tonight, everything from this no turkey loaf to the soup to the gravy to the stuffing, eat your plants off. When we get to this cheesecake here, which I would like to thank T. Colin Campbell. I found this recipe 100 years ago. I got this from T. Colin Campbell.
100 years ago.
We're going to eat our plants off with this, okay? Dr. Grieger would love it. It's got lots of pecans in here. It's got some cashew butter. It's got these beautiful dates that we're going to put in. And this is going to...
And it has tofu that I need to drain.
Tofu that you need to drain.
Tofu. Yes. So yeah, you can brown it. You can play around with this thing so much, but look at that. It's just awesome.
This calls for a fresh squeezed lemon, so I just wanted to make sure I squeeze this right in front of you for my 1980
Your juicer is beautiful.
favorite way to make mashed potatoes. I love you for asking this question because we make mashed potatoes all the time. I boil up my favorite potatoes. I prefer the skin on them. I love the skin in my potatoes, but you can peel them all you'd like. And I basically just boil them like usual, the way we usually make potatoes. And then I am really lucky. I have a KitchenAid, or if I had a spinner, or if you have a masher, you can mash them up. but take the potatoes how I like to make them. You know me without the recipes. And then I start pouring in soy milk. And then I start pouring in a little bit of salt and some pepper. And then I take my roasted garlic and I throw those into the mashed potatoes. They're amazing. Amazing. Does anybody make potatoes like that? Or how do you like mashed potatoes? I want to hear from everybody. John's going to drain this tofu. So this recipe is also going to be a whole block of tofu.
And it is the extra firm tofu.
There we go.
But I use 2 packages.
Show them how you do this.
How when I find my knife. Okay.
There we go.
I cut around the whole cube. I cut around the whole block. And then I use another one on top of it over the sink, and I just drain out all the fluid. Just like that.
How great is that? Nice and easy without the Diseasey. I mean, who doesn't want to keep living their life like that? Doesn't that feel good? All of you guys out there losing weight, feeling great. Don't worry if the scale's not moving. You don't get to see what's going on the inside and what's going on up here as you're going through this. This is not just about the diet, you guys. This is about the lifestyle. We're not just, this is no quick fix or we're just going to do this for the holidays. Healthy is life. Health is wealth. And that's what I want to get everybody to. It would be great if we grew up in the blue zones and we didn't have all those other things that made us sick or taught us how to do unhealthy things. But we're here now. And this is where we learn how to do healthy stuff.
I just squished the water out of that real quick.
Yes, you guys are awesome. So we're going to, that doesn't go in there, John.
Oh, does it?
No.
Where does it go?
It goes in the blender. Thank goodness they stayed in one piece. So we're going to go ahead and make the crust, and we're going to use 1 whole whopping cup of high-fat pecans, and that's okay. This is Thanksgiving, and it's from T. Colin Campbell, so we're going to give it a go. We're then going to put in a 1/2 cup of almond flour. Almond flour right on top of that. Boom, done. Now my favorite part, 10 pitted medjool dates. Now, let me tell you what, if your dates aren't nice and soft and squeezy like this, then soak them just for a minute. Don't let them get too wet, and make sure they're all 10 dates are without the seeds, and get them in your blender, okay? Next thing we're gonna take is this 1 tablespoon of water into 1 tablespoon of flax. This is going in here too. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a couple seconds while I throw in a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Not much for this whole thing. This is gonna blow your minds. I'm over here just saying right now, this is going to rock your world. Who's ready for this?
Woo! This is a holiday thing. This is so
I don't think I'm going to do it in 10 minutes, but we're going to really try for y'all, okay? It's been an amazing class. I'm so grateful for everybody. To all the Plantspiration members, to all the people who paid for this class, thank you for helping us save more lives. We're not done. Don't worry. And we're also going to just blend this up.
That's it, huh?
You do this part.
Butter goes later.
It's sideways for me.
Well, I
This
don't
is-
turn it like that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We're going to blend this up in this Cuisinart until it turns into a ball. So take a drink, stretch, give yourself a compliment.
Yeah.
You put it in there. I'm going to get it into this right here. Spring pop, spring pop. Could you guys all put right now in the chat box something that is winning for you today? Okay, did you make your bed? Did you keep to 100%? Did you eat a bunch of fruits and vegetables? Tell me your wins in the chat box. Let's show them how to do it and keep going. We're almost done.
Smells so good in here. Ready?
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Get Stacy in here.
it smells amazing.
So what we're gonna do is, you guys see this is one big giant flour bar. Try not to eat it. This is where it does add up. So we're gonna take our time with this. and get all of the mixture into the bottom of the spring foam pan. What I want you to do is get yourself a small spring foam pan, and you're just gonna start crushing this crust down to the bottom, okay? Nice and easy. It is exactly a Lara bar, you guys. It feels oily because of all the nuts, but we're gonna do it just like this. We're almost done. This is how quick this is gonna be. You're gonna get your oven going, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill your pan here with 1 inch of water. We're gonna set it down over here. And what we're gonna do is press it around. You can't mess it up, don't worry, because it's like Play-Doh. You could just move it around. Now, this is something that I'm not gonna say eat your plants off. I mean, yeah, eat your plants off, but this is where I want y'all to be mindful, okay? We can have everything we want, okay? But I want you to get through the holidays feeling really good. So fill up on lots of fruits and vegetables, fill up on lots of your amazing side dishes, lots of your potatoes, and then go ahead and have yourself a piece of this amazing cheesecake that's going to rock your world. Can you believe it? Okay, so that's it. Any questions about this amazing part? We're going to put this in a little bit of that pan of water that John's going to bring out.
And put a little foil around it.
And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix the inside of this with some powerful, once again, cancer-fighting foods left and right. We've got our tofu, our 1 block of tofu.
Can we tell them about this?
We're going to...
The foil goes around here just so water doesn't seep into the pan, because you bake it with water in your pan, so the top doesn't crack.
I'm gonna really, I'm excited.
Tell them.
I'm just so excited about this right now. You guys have been waiting forever to eat this thing. So we're gonna take a 1/2 cup of cashew butter. It's a big deal. We are loading a bunch of high-fat food in here. I never, ever do this. It's a holiday, and this is when I'm going to do it. Did I mention it's from T. Colin Campbell, so it's okay?
This is what you're bringing.
This is what you're bringing. We're going to take 6 big old dates again with the seeds out. Sometimes I want to double check. I'm being honest. You put a seed in that Vitamix. Who's done that?
Yeah, well.
I put everything in my Vitamix.
Yeah.
Spatulas, tampers.
Wait, what's that noise? Where's my wedding ring?
Vitamix. Hi, sorry about that. We ruined another tamper. Could you please send one over? That's how they are. They're great. We're going to take 1 teaspoon of vanilla in here. Who's really excited about Thanksgiving? I want you guys to be excited about this, okay? You're here. You're alive. You're breathing. And we have an opportunity every day to be more grateful for stuff.
What is that?
How many of you guys are doing a gratitude journal or gratitude inventory over here like I talk about? It's no surprise people are crushing it when we start that dopamine. It keeps it going. We've got 2 tablespoons of the only odd ingredient, and it is agar powder. So you have time right now to find agar powder. It'll be at Woodman's. It might be at Whole Foods. It should be at Whole Foods, or you can get it on Amazon right now, and it'll be here overnight, so you can make this pie. That's why everybody here says, Stephanie, could you please do this early? We're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and this is the inside of the cheesecake. Johnny boy, could you blend this baby? He's over here like this on the stove. We got the soup going. All right, blend that up.
With your lid on first.
Oh, wow, the soup looks amazing.
I know, we're going to immersion blend that in a second. I need a tamper. I need a tamper, folks.
I forgot the milk.
Yeah.
1/2 cup of plant-based milk. I got rid of my 1/2 cup.
Let's get your 1/2 cup.
He's like, Stephanie, measure it out.
We will.
Measure it out.
Here, get this. Got it? Nice.
We're so glad that you guys are here. It's worth it, okay? You're going to get pumped and you're going to get through the holidays crushing it.
There we go. Oh, no. Neat.
So you could taste it right now because it's like a cheesecake heaven right here, what we have. So you're just gonna take this cheesecake material, I don't know what to call it, it's awesome. You're gonna load it up into this spring foam pan in the dish of water. This is about the most extensive recipe that we make, but it's worth every bit of it. I don't want you guys to miss one single bite. Wait till you see this. And you get a workout. Trisha, speaking of workout, good for you. Setting that goal of exercise is one of the greatest life-saving dopamine things that you could do for yourself. How proud of yourself are you? Should be flipping, jumping for joy. Wow, is that good? Mind blowing.
So you got to cook this for a while, huh?
You're gonna cook that for, make sure you set that timer, you guys, and you're gonna cook this for 50 to 55 minutes.
Wow.
Wait till they see this. Into the water. And then you're gonna come out with this. Are you guys kidding me right now? Look at this thing.
Oh, I'm not even done with this one.
They want to
Now
see
there's
the
like
cheesecake right now.
A crack in the matrix.
What?
They have one cheesecake, but this one's not done. How did that happen? Okay, so my mouth's watering now. Full
Do you think it
shower.
can be made well in advance and freeze?
Oh,
You know what?
what does it say?
That I do not know. That I do not know if you could freeze this, but I would love to try. I've never had it last
Going
that
in.
long.
Going in the oven.
All right, do you guys see that? I put that crust up all the way. Who's impressed? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, so then you're just gonna get a can of fruit. All right, this is a Lucky Leaf blueberry fruit filler topping. I just got this at the grocery store. Yeah, how cool is that? We're gonna cut it too. Are you kidding me? Wow, this is delicious. I wouldn't be doing this 12 years later if it wasn't. I'm telling you guys, it's worth every bit to take the time to make this cheesecake the night before and take about a half a cup and you just let this baby roll over the top. How about that?
Oh, wow.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Look at that.
I'm gonna leave it just like that. It's beautiful.
That's
And
amazing.
I would love if we could do the immersion blender and take any last questions before we get you guys rocking and rolling on living your best life. So good. I'm gonna cut it right now. Is that what you said? Cut it?
Wow.
Did you guys say cut it?
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
no problem. Bring it over here, Don.
Well, what are you going to put that piece on there?
My mouth. Seriously.
Put it in here.
Stephanie, can you sub peanut butter for cashew butter if you have somebody who's allergic to cashews?
I would, yeah. Or can you use a sunflower butter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
I would try something like that. The cashew butter is a little bit lighter and fluffier, but you could absolutely, because imagine you can make a chocolate cheesecake. So
But
yes.
Peanut butter would, I think, overpower it into a peanut butter cake.
Well,
Which would be awesome.
Would be awesome, yeah. So we're just gonna add this in here like this, immersion blender it, and keep the questions coming. And then we're gonna give about 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes maybe, and let you guys go. Easy. Easy. You could put it in a blender. You could leave it chunky. Hold on. I think they get it. I don't want to keep them. That's how I feel. You could put it in a blender. I'm going to put it in a blender. It's going to be a little bit quicker.
Oh.
You can immersion blender, but I just want to make sure before we shut it down, does anybody have any questions, concerns, or need some self-confidence to crush this through the holidays? Carla,
This
thank
is
you.
amazing.
Lifesaver. Carla's eating her plants off too. I didn't even get a chance to hear everybody. So many people are in here are preventing and reversing disease. So many people are in here are eating their plants off and making a positive impact. And so many people in here are being the inspiration that the world needs to see. I mean, I think this is pretty awesome that we could eat everything we want, enjoy everything we want, and feel amazing.
Yeah.
Jody, you guys sending me these messages about how great you're doing, the weight you're losing, the numbers going down. this is what I want people to be seeing all over the place, because so many people aren't aware that we have such a powerful way to prevent disease, reverse disease. We're going into the holidays where heart attacks are just, this is where we see a lot of them happening, and it's something that we could do differently about it. So I ask you guys tonight, please go into your Thanksgiving as a beacon of inspiration for people, okay? Even if you haven't been 100%, even if you aren't feeling like that you've, made some significant changes, you have. So quit telling yourself that. If you're going at this and you're giving it a try, then you're doing some change. And I want you to keep being the change that the world needs to see, not just for human health. We've got an obesity epidemic. We've got chronic disease. This is why we're volunteering our time to teach people that there is something that we can do. But the only thing holding you back from accomplishing your goals and your dreams is just taking action. So please take action, put your health first, put the animals up there, the planet, and you're going to feel like $1 million, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are great. Thank you so much. We love you all. Thank you for all your support. Oh, we want to see a slice of turkey. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna have some cheesecake.
Be back next week. We'll be back on a Food for Life schedule. I believe we're going to be talking about foods for fitness. We're going to show you the simplest, easiest recipes that have been around for over 20 years of people crushing this diet and lifestyle and how to do it for fitness. Then we've got a heart disease class. Look at this. Why would we spend all that money on fake meats with oil and junk in it when you could be eating this? There you go.
Just delish. That stuff.
Little bit of potatoes, little bit of your, where's the cornbread stuffing? If you're still here, you're going to see it. Let's see it. This cheesecake, could you guys believe this? We have to take the lid off of it.
I did. And then he needs to go for another 25 minutes.
We're going to have to show you guys a picture later. Watch. They want to see it.
Thank you guys. I got to be careful. I always get burned.
We're going to say one more thing and then we're going to close it up. Does anybody know what I'm going to say? Put it in the chat box if you know what I'm going to say.
Cooked more, but it looks
what? Okay. Seriously.
Now we're just doing a brown to top situation.
Make an itinerary for your holidays, you guys, and don't forget to eat your plants off. Fill up your tank with good food, with good mood, and text somebody that you love. And I wish I could text all you guys. Now go eat your plants off. What did I say? Good food. Good mood, no meat needed. Now go eat your plants off. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.